Hello, Maddie Johnson, Keisha Manning Bilal, and myself, Graciano Peterson, are bringing you the faculty perspective of the conflict with the dean case. The central issue in this case is a disagreement in the management of the technology department between Dean Manning and department chair Peter Helm. The disagreement went so deep that Peter Helm decided to circulate a white paper secretly amongst the staff that told of his plan, but he did not seemed to get consensus from the members of the department, the faculty members of the department, which led to some distrust amongst those team members and some unmooring of how they felt about their safety within the department as well as without the department. The technology department was struggling for some time and not bringing in the grant funding that it had historically. And so Dean Mannion had a different plan to rectify that. Peter Helm did not agree with that plan, and that is what led to some of the deep uh, seated mistrust between the two, which seeped into the department as a whole. With shared governance being an important part of higher education, it would seem that the faculty was not really consulted to bring everybody together, and that really led to a lot of the conflicts that we have within this case.
Stakeholders. Peter Helm, the department chair, advocated for relocating the department and pursuing a new vision that better reflected the department's evolving research strengths. Dean Mannion prioritized institutional goals, such as increasing grant funding and maintaining the department's reputation. Senior tenured faculty generally supported Helm, and they had significant influence because of their long-standing relationships with him. In contrast, junior faculty were likely the most affected by the proposed changes, but had the least amount of power to openly express concerns. The dean of the other college also had an interest in the outcome because gaining the technology department could increase that college's research profile and resources. Ethical and equity considerations. Faculty had limited involvement in decisions that would significantly affect the future of their department, which raised concerns about transparency and shared governance. Additionally, being asked not to share Helm's white paper outside the department created tension between loyalty to the department leadership and the faculty members' professional responsibility to participate in the broader institutional discussions. For equity concerns, power dynamics played an important role. Senior faculty had greater influence and security to voice their opinions, whereas junior faculty felt constrained by concerns about tenure and promotion. Theoretical application. Path goal theory explains what faculty need from leadership during a period of change. Faculty needed a clear vision, transparent communication, and meaningful opportunities to participate in the decision-making process. Instead, conflicting goals between Helm and Dean Mannion created uncertainty and made it difficult for the faculty to understand the department's direction. From a faculty perspective, leadership became part of the obstacle rather than the path forward. Hamrick and Benjamin's ethical decision-making framework also helps explain the case by showing how the decisions by the dean and department chair were influenced not just by formal policies, but by their own personal values, culture, and the fact that they both had competing views.
Using the path goal theory, Peter could have incorporated a more inclusive leadership approach that ensures all faculty perspectives were represented. Some of which include hosting town halls and forums to share his long-term vision, establishing a strategic planning committee, using a hybrid of both senior and junior faculty representatives, working with department faculty senate representatives to collect feedback, meeting with various stakeholders prior to circulating public proposals, and creating a formalized partnership between the dean and the chair. Additionally, we also have anticipated challenges or critiques to this case as well, some of which include Peter's vision for department restructuring could have been considered valid, but the lack of transparency in the circulated white paper disintegrated trust and shared governance principles. Additionally, the path goal theory is also limited in this scenario because the department lacked a defined collective goal. Without a shared vision, competing agendas win over pathways to success. Thank you. Have a great evening.